Hello and good evening. It is your girl Jamie Drew with thegirlfriendexperience.org. And you see from the title what we are talking about today, don't you? This is going to be very exciting. I wanted to follow up from, the last video where we talked about relationships and things. So I thought it only right to talk about sex this time. Like, we're all adults here, right? So let me just say before I begin, if there are any children in the room, please exit stage left, okay? You need to go ahead and get out of the room. This is for adults only. We're going to be talking about some grown folks things, having grown folks conversation. So with that being said, do not forget to share this video with your adult friends and comment, get on in here. Let's have a conversation because we are talking about the woman's sexual bill of rights. You guys, I have this book. This is The Girl's Guide to Everything. It's by this lady, Melissa Kirsch. And I didn't buy this book. I was given this book. But, I think it has like some pretty juicy, fun topics to talk about inside of it. And, we're all on quarantine. We're reading things. Yes, we're actually reading again, you guys. And I came across this and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to talk about this. Okay, so let me swipe. Okay, make sure I can see my comments and everything because I know you guys are going to want to talk about this. So I know that the ladies are going to want to discuss this, but the gentlemen might sneak in here too. Okay, so let's not forget about them. Everybody chime in if you have something to say, but I don't know, you might be shy on this one, because just don't be shy. Okay, that's all I'm saying. We're all adults in here. Children, please leave the room. It's time to get right into it. So like I said, this is out of this book that I look at sometimes, Girl's Guide, and that may be backwards to some of you, Girl's Guide to Absolutely Everything by Melissa Kirsch. So let's get right into it. There's 10 of them, okay? So let's talk about number 1, okay? Number 1, freedom of speech. A woman should always feel comfortable requesting or denying sexual contact, intercourse, novel sexual positions, specific modes of touching, handling, address, and any other manner of treatment she desires. In all cases, her wishes should be considered equal to those of her partner and likewise respected. You guys, I know that was long, but that was just basically talking about a woman's right to say no. And I know a lot of these things, okay, guys, don't get mad at me, okay? A lot of these things are interchangeable. Everybody has the right to say no, okay? It said at the end, her wishes should be equal to that of her partner. Okay, so I know you have all been in, kind of weird situations where, you may not have been having the same, desires of the type of contact. Have you ever been in that situation where somebody was just, more abrupt than you wanted them to be or wasn't saying the right things to you? Okay, so ladies, I was going to say this is our year, but it's been our year. It's been our time. Women are being empowered more than ever now. So it is our time to say, look, I don't want to be groped like that, okay? Freedom of speech, okay? That is number 1, the Women's Sexual Bill of Rights. Okay, a woman should always feel comfortable requesting or denying sexual contact. So did you hear that? If she wants to request it, she should be able to also. Listen, this is not our parents' day and age. Women do not have to be shy about what it is that they want from their partner. So ladies, do not be intimidated. Guys, encourage your ladies to say what it is that she wants because, if we're keeping it real, this is a real big part of relationships that couple have problems with all the time. And they may talk about it with their girlfriends or their guy friends, but they're not talking about it with each other. So it's so important that both of you exercise that freedom of speech and say what it is that you like and don't like, because that's going to enhance you and your partner's experience, okay? So listen, if your partner is on Facebook, go ahead and share this video right now, okay? Because you may be one to subliminally let him or her know, listen, I need you to listen up to this, the Women's Sexual Bill of Rights, because I want to be touched this way, or I want to be able to say this, I want to be able to say that, okay? So that is number one, freedom of speech, okay? And listen, you guys, these are 10 that this lady, Melissa Kirsch, came up with, okay? And whoever else helped her write this book. But chime in, comment below if you think that there are, some other things that need to be added to this Bill of Rights, okay? It may or not be here, but you need to be heard, so go ahead and chime in, okay? Let me just, skip all the way to the end of this. I want to say there's like a little clause at the end that I just thought was so cute. It says, the breaching of any one of these rights shall not be deemed reason for an abrupt cessation of sexual congress, but rather seen as an opportunity for improvement. I really like how she said that because it's important. I'm thinking of partner and important at the same time. It's important to talk to your partner about these things and not make it an end all be all from one bad time or one mistake or something like that, okay? So, like she said, should be an opportunity for improvement. If after several attempts to rectify the situation, okay, hasn't worked and no consensus can be reached, then a woman should seriously consider whether continuing to sleep with this partner is worth her while. So, ladies, I'm telling you, listen, guys, don't get mad. This is the ladies' time. This is the Women's Bill of Rights. And if you guys want to comment what your Bill of Rights are, then go right ahead. But this is for the ladies and us empowering ourselves and saying what it is that we desire and what we want in our lives, okay? Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is all desired forms of pleasure being necessary to a woman's sexual satisfaction, a woman's right to receive oral sex shall not be infringed, especially by, but not limited to, a guy who has no problem receiving, but unfairly decides it's okay to deny reciprocation. You guys, this is so important. I cannot say enough about this for you guys to, if this is a partnership, it needs to be some give and take and who likes what. People cannot expect a one-sided sexual exchange, okay? That's not fair. I feel like it's a big shadow in here, you guys. Hope you don't mind. I need to add some more light. Okay, there we go. Now, it is so important for people to feel like there's give and take in a relationship. You cannot expect somebody to do something to you that you are not willing to do to them. Hey girl, hey Audi. Come on, talk to me, girl. I know us ladies are empowered women want to be up in here, okay? So we're talking about the Women's Sexual Bill of Rights, okay? So equal partnership, give and take. Do not be expecting to receive and not be dishing anything out, okay? Let's get on to number 3, all right? I have so many things to say about that. I can just go on and on and on, okay? Audi says, yes, girl, preach. Okay, yes, that's what I'm talking about. We need to be respected in our wishes in every way that we want to feel like a woman, okay? Number 3, okay? Tell me what you think about this. The missionary position shall never be assumed to be the only viable configuration for sexual congress. I don't know why she keeps calling it sexual congress. What is this? Anyway, you know what she means. This is old school writing, I guess. A woman's right to be on the top, bottom, side, or at any oblique angle that can physically be achieved shall be explored. Okay, listen. There are some men out there, I don't want to generalize and say all men. My son always gets on me when I make generalizations, so I won't say all men. But there are definitely some men out there that think that, it is not ladylike of a woman to be exploratory of herself in a sexual manner, or that every single time you encounter a woman and you, let's say, take your partnership to the next level and make it intimate, that this woman should be virginal. That she's never done anything with anybody else but you, okay? And that's, side note, that's why I love the fact that I'm getting older, because the older you are, hopefully most of the time, you realize so much that all of these little things that are on your mind don't even matter, and they're just insecurities, okay? Let me take a sip while that marinates. Okay, but like this book is saying, the missionary position is not the only position that exists. So women, feel empowered to explore all the angles. Hey, ladies, if you do yoga, if you're flexible, if you used to do flips and tricks because you were a cheerleader, explore that. And don't be afraid to do that with your guy, because I'm so sure that there are some men that are watching this that are like, yes, please try. So, hey, try your guy. He may not be one of those shallow guys that is only interested in keeping you a virgin in his mind. Okay, so let's move on to number 4. This is the Women's Sexual Bill of Rights. Please share this with another adult, okay, that you think would like this, would want to talk about this, and would get a kick out of this conversation, okay? Make sure you hit that share button. Now, number 4 is a woman shall never be forced to endure boring, porn-inspired jackhammer sex unless she truly enjoys it. Is there anybody? I don't know, ladies. Raise your hand if you enjoy porn-inspired jackhammered sex, as she puts it here. And enjoys it and agrees to ask herself, am I truly enjoying this? To be certain. I don't know who's going to stop. Maybe you say that in your head. Us women, we have a lot of conversations in our head while everything is going. Our mind could be on a million things. We are the queens of multitaskers, so we may actually be thinking some of these things, okay? But if we have the time to think about so many things else, then it's probably not something, you're not doing something right. She is always entitled to an abrupt stop to any sexual contact that makes her feel like a blow-up doll. You guys, this is so important. And I'm not going to say, that porn is a bad thing. So many people watch it, or it just wouldn't even be existence. And, it's not just the guys. Women and men watch it, I will say equally, okay? But there is a thing about watching it that makes things sort of staged, sometimes overly acrobatic, sometimes looking for that, climax on screen moment, like that best, that clickbait that makes somebody wants to see it, that action shot or something. This is not real life, okay? These people, these actors and actresses, this is not real life intimacy, okay? And ladies, if you have not talked to your partner about this, it is so important to do so, because if you are going to stay with this person, then you probably want to be sexually satisfied, correct? Okay, please tell me if I'm wrong. So if you want to remain sexually satisfied in your relationship, which will help your relationship in so many more ways, then it's important to communicate these things to your partner. Going back to number 1 on the Bill of Rights is freedom of speech. So if you have the right to say things, then you should take advantage of that right and say how it is that you feel, and that you don't want to have this, unrealistic camera effects, wow, what cool thing can you do for the camera type sex. And most of us do not want that, at least not on a regular basis, okay? Okay, number 5 is It shall be recognized once and for all that women are not cut from the same cloth, that they respond differently to sexual contact, and that stimulation is an art, the proper practice of which is wholly unique to every woman. Both parties shall recognize that a woman knows her body best and owes it to herself and her partner to direct his attention in order to maximize her pleasure. Any partner not patient and willing enough to learn her nuances shall be deemed unacceptable. I'm telling you, these are long, okay? We could have cut that, but let's talk about the important parts. I think the most important part of that is just saying that every woman is not cut from the same cloth. Every woman does not have the same oohs and ahs, the same desires. So it's very important when you enter into a new relationship with somebody that you both, explore the likes and dislikes of the other person. And like I said, really communicate. And it even said on number 5 to direct your partner. Ladies, we have got to get better at this. There are so many articles and so many videos talking about women out there. Do men know if women are faking it? Okay, this is something that we talk about all the time. But it is time for you to take your life into your own hands. And if you want something, go ahead and grab it. The other person can't read your mind. So it's so important that if you want something, that you actually speak to that desire. So that is so important. I know this is the woman's sexual bill of rights, but it's so important to your counterpart, that they have the right to hear that from you so that they know where to go. And that both of your experiences can be like, pow, bang, bang, that much more enhanced. Okay? Let's go. Number 6. All right. Let's see what time we got. We got good time. Number 6. A partner with a clean sexual bill of health in writing, if necessary, okay, is an unassailable right for anyone taking part in intimate physical contact. No birth control or disease prevention measure introduced shall be denied by either partner, okay? So this is basically saying that if you're, especially in the case of a new partner here, if your new partner wants you to provide in writing that you are disease-free, boo-boo, do not get offended because it is 2020. There's so much going on out here, and the world is a lot smaller than it has been in the past, as you can see with the rapid development of disease going throughout the entire world, okay? Coming from one area, going throughout the entire world. So what do you think can happen when it comes to relationships and intimate partnerships? Okay, I know you talked about this in sex ed, probably one person, and then it doubles to 2, that little chain of, okay, these people slept with these people, slept with these people, slept with these people, slept with these people. It just keeps multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. So if somebody wants to introduce a form of birth control, if somebody wants to introduce a form of disease prevention, if somebody wants you to produce in writing that you are disease-free, you better look like doing it because it's a benefit to you both. You should not get offended. If you're grown enough to have sex, you are grown enough to prove your status, okay? And it's sad that we have to do that nowadays, but it's just so serious out there that it really is the safest bet. And if you are with somebody who cannot respect your desire to do that, then give them their walking papers, baby, because they'll be the first one that has something. So, okay, goodbye. Let's go to number 7, shall we? A woman shall wear, oh, this is a good one. A woman shall wear her pubic hair in any configuration she desires and shall not feel pressured or bullied to remove it, style it or remove it, style it or grow it out. Bullied to remove it, style it, or grow it out in any fashion she's not into. Ladies, it is your private area down there. if you want to have hair or not, if you want to shape it or groom it or not. It is your prerogative. I've seen so many different opinions on this, and really it's none of my business what you want to do with it down there. That's between you and your partner. But you should always feel comfortable when you are dealing with your own body, okay? If this is your own body, you should definitely feel comfortable enough to style it, wear it, shape it, or not, whatever way you see fit. Okay, because it is your body, and whoever doesn't agree with the things that you want to do to your body, they have to be out the door. I know this is like a huge deal for a lot of us women, because we are wondering, should I shave? Should I wax? Should I trim? Should I do a design? Should I color it? Should I bleach it? I mean, so many things. But all we're thinking about is somebody else's pleasure a lot of the times. This sexual bill of rights should embolden you to embrace your own womanhood and your own personal desires, and give you, the motivation to stand up and say what it is that you want and that you desire, okay? You should be more concerned about the health of it than anything else. As long as you have a healthy, clean area, then that's all you need to be concerned about. And if you want more, and if you desire something else, and if you want to play around and trim and shave and cut, that is your business that you want to do. Okay, so please remember that, ladies. I feel like that one is a very important one, because I know a lot of us women go through that, deciding, how we're gonna groom ourselves, even down to like our armpits and things like that. It causes so much anxiety, and women are going through ingrown hairs and this and that, trying to keep up. But just remember that this is your body, okay? Take a sip on that. Let's go to number 8, okay? We are winding down. We are at the other side of the hill now. All right, number 8. The big O, that's what I'm going to call it. The big O shall not be deemed the measure of successful physical interaction. No one is titled to the big O per se, but turnabout being fair and necessary play in the bedroom. A woman should feel free to ask for one if she wants one, especially if her partner has already had the big O. Let it be noted that if a woman says she does not want the big O, then her partner should not put undue pressure on her by insisting that she be satisfied. Everybody's satisfaction is different. Everybody's reason for their satisfaction is different. It is so important, in building a great relationship, that you honor your partner's right to experience things the way that they see fit. A lot of people, when they talk about relationships, I know you guys have heard about the 5 love languages, and it talks about one person might like gift giving, and one person likes quality time instead, and one person likes physical touch, and one person likes words of affirmation, all these different things. And it's the same thing, when it comes to sexual experiences, that everybody has their own love language. So it's important to have these conversations and explore each other in these healthy ways, so that both of your satisfaction can increase. Okay? All right, let's move on to number 9. A woman is always well within her rights to request a shower, toothbrushing, or any action that will render her partner more hygienically suitable for the bedroom, okay? Now, ladies, you can say this in a tactful way. You do not have to be evil. You do not have to be mean. You do not have to put people down. You do not have to tell the dude that his breath stinks or whatever. But just say something, kind and tactful. Let me tell you what the book suggests. Dinner was delicious, but I would rather kiss you without revisiting the garlic bread. I don't really like that one, but you get the idea, to be nice about it or whatever. But guys, if we want you to brush your teeth and wash your hands and all that stuff, okay, then that's what you need to do, okay? Everybody wants to come out of this experience safely, And we should have the right to not have bacteria, stuck on us. And, honestly, when you're finished eating dinner and everything and you're getting all cozy and everything, you have stuff in between your teeth. Yes, you do. Okay, so go brush your teeth, rinse your mouth out, wash your hands, take a shower, whatever it is that your lady wants you to do that makes her feel comfortable. Okay, everybody doesn't like it dirty. Okay, so don't encroach on her right to have clean sex. Okay, number 10. We are hitting the end, okay? But this is so fun to talk about. It's fun, but it's like serious at the same time because women, we need to take our power, okay? Share this with somebody who you think needs to take their power back and tell their guy or tell their partner, whoever it is they're seeing, that this is the way they want to be handled, okay? That's what this is all about. This is really about setting boundaries, okay? And saying what it is that you want, what it is that you desire in all facets of life, okay? It is okay to do that all the time, not just in sexual scenarios, all right? So with that being said, let's get to the final one. Number 10 says, a woman's partner shall always appreciate her body, shall never purposely make her feel self-conscious, inadequate, fat, or unattractive, nor shall he compare her to prior partners, models, or porn stars. Please do not compare me to anybody. I know, that is the worst turn off to somebody, is being compared to somebody else and feeling insecure, compared to maybe some other people that you have dealt with before, or people that you have seen on TV that have been poked and prodded and airbrushed and clipped and snipped, okay? Focus on being realistic. Like I was saying before, do you love your partner? What do you love about your partner? What do you desire about your partner? And focus on those things about your partner instead of worrying about somebody else, okay? So I think that was really fun. That was the 10 Women's Sexual Bill of Rights. And I think it's good that women take pride in themselves and learn how to express themselves for the sexual interactions that they want. Too many times have women had to endure things the way that they don't want them to be, and we see that playing out in news stories over and over and over again. So ladies, let's speak up, let's own our power, and let's say what it is we want and how we would like to be handled, okay? So, for more of me, check me out at thegirlfriendexperience.org YouTube channel. Please subscribe, The Girlfriend Experience LLC. Also now have The Girlfriend Experience Tarot. I love to give advice of all kinds, so that includes oracle cards and tarot readings as well. I also have my paintings, yes, for sale, okay? This is original artwork painted by me at thegirlfriendexperience.org. You can find everything that you desire at thegirlfriendexperience.org. So until next time, thank you so much for joining me. Peace and blessings.